Hi everyone, today we're talking about Tesla stock and that Tesla stock could be going up to $515 according to one analyst. Now before we get on to all the news that's happened with Tesla, because it's had such a good run over the last few months, better than what most of us thought it was going to do, we're going to go through a few of the news that has come out recently about Tesla. Now most of us are up on Tesla about 80 to about 120%. That's I think where most of us got in at. Obviously, we covered it on this channel a couple of months ago about how much of a good opportunity it is to go buying Tesla. And I think that quite a few people on this channel, and me including myself, bought around when it dipped below the $250 mark. And since then now, looking at the prices, we've done quite well and we're sitting on quite a nice gain going forward. Now, there's been quite a few bits of news that have pushed the stock up to these sort of prices, and a lot of this has come from the earnings report, where Tesla posted a really good earnings report and it's been on a good uptrend since then, and we're not too far away from earnings coming up. But as well as the stock going absolutely huge up from earnings, what we have is Tesla, where it's such a shorted company. A lot of people that are shorting the company are down absolutely huge on the positions, and now they're having to buy shares to cover the losses. And I saw an article the other day about this guy that had just lost absolutely loads of money shorting Tesla, and now it's come to bite him back. And for me, it was a bit of one of those ideas where it's like they're kind of getting to the point now where Tesla are in a good position. That's why I invested in the company. I thought Tesla is in a great position right now, and it's kind of come back to bite them for shorting Tesla when they were kind of turning the corner to being one of those big major car companies that are out there right now. Now, one of the big major news we have is an analyst has come out, and we've had quite a few recently now coming to update the price targets. And we've had one that's come out and increase it to $515. We're seeing just a general kind of like people updating the price targets from about the $300 range now, and they're starting to increase them to $500 and $500 price targets, which is really good. To be honest with you, for me, like $515 is probably actually where I see the stock going in 12 months time. So I think that's quite a fair kind of price target really going forward. And we also had Q4 deliveries, which beat estimates. Now, I'm sure if you kind of watched me when I talk about Tesla before and I talked about the Q4 deliveries, I was like, they could be okay, but I don't expect them to be absolutely amazing. And they've gone and absolutely smashed the numbers. We had 112,000 deliveries versus 106,000 deliveries expected, which is a really good number. And as well, when we think about that, that's without even the China Gigafactory kind of up and running yet. The deliveries from there aren't going to be included really until I think it's the 7th of January when they're actually going to be in the numbers. So with them kind of Chinese Gigafactory numbers on top of this, it's going to be interesting to see where Q1's going to be. Obviously, we won't see Q1 to about April time, but it seems like the stock is in a really good position. Now, obviously, the numbers were pretty good, and 2009 deliveries are up 50% year to year, which is a fantastic increase for Tesla, because that's one of the major kind of short stories, is that they're not going to be able to do mass production of the cars, but clearly they're doing quite well at the moment. And with this Gigafactory all set up, and I think towards like the end of the year, they're going to be, or pretty soon they're going to be looking towards getting 3,000 cars out a week. Obviously, that kind of numbers coming out from China is only going to increase the number of deliveries they're going to do in 2020. So it does look like Tesla are going to be absolutely amazing going forward for the delivery number as well. Now, when we look and see that pretty much the 2020 deliveries are going to look fantastic on the number sheet, another, a massive increase on the delivery side of it. The great news that I'm most excited about for Tesla this year is the Model Y. And obviously, I don't think that's going to be a massive in China, but for the US, I think the Model Y could match in sales the Model 3, which will be another great income stream for Tesla. Obviously, we're waiting for that to come around about mid-year. That's when we're first expecting that Model Y to come. So really, we won't see that until probably Q3 numbers, maybe Q4 numbers. So all the kind of earnings report are really going to be, really interesting to watch for Tesla this year, because it'll be interesting to see what numbers China does and how that affects the delivery numbers. And hopefully that pushes the stock up. Model Y numbers, hopefully that pushes the stock up as well. Obviously, we won't get that probably to Q3 and Q4. But overall, this kind of price target increase kind of represents how well this company is doing right now and how good of a year that Tesla could actually have this year. It'd be great to see them post quite a few decent quarters of profit as well. So it's going to be a fantastic year for Tesla going forward. Obviously, we've got the earnings coming up, the Q4 earnings. It'll be interesting to see how they do now with these delivery beat. And it looks like we're going to have earnings around about the 28th. That could change though, but it looks like it could be the 28th, and probably I normally cover Tesla earnings because it either goes amazing one way or horrible one way, so it's always one to really talk about. So I'll probably be covering Tesla earnings when it does come out towards the end of the month. So we'll see what happens, and obviously we've got a few little bits of economic news right now that might just bring this whole stock market back just a little bit, as well as Tesla, but we can't complain too much when we look at kind of like the returns we've had over the last 3 months, which have been insane, of nearly 80 to 120%, guys. So that's me covering a few bits of news on Tesla, as well as a couple of my own opinions, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and see you in the next video.